Minions are spawning.
Stop ganking as a jungler. If you keep doing this, I promise you will not get better. But don't worry, we're going to talk about when to gank and much more, and hopefully turn you into a master assassin. I'm Kyo, a veteran Paragon player and content creator for Predecessor. I'm here to cover what makes a good jungler versus a bad one. The jungler is the tipping scale of the team and is a vital role to understand. First, this video will teach you the role of jungler, not hero specific. Future videos will cover that. If you like the video or learned something new, leave a like and subscribe. And drop a comment for any helpful tips you think should have been included in this video. Let's begin. The beginning of the match is important, the laning phase. While other heroes are in their respective lane killing the lane minions, it's your responsibility to farm the jungle. The jungle is divided into 4 parts: allied red buff side, allied blue buff side, an enemy red buff, and enemy blue buff side. Start by choosing a buff to start with. Red buff gives you damage over time and slow on basic hit, while the blue buff gives you mana regen, ability haste, and damage to non-hero units. Starting either of these buffs is a viable start, and taking it first will always level you up to level 2. After taking one of these, move to your next jungle camp and start killing each minion camp. I know in this time you'll be compelled to enter the lane and try to get an early kill. Stop doing this. I'm not saying that there's never a time to early gank, but as a beginner who is still learning the flow of battles, it's much better for you to farm your camps and get higher level than the enemy jungler. Taking your entire allied side jungle will get you to level 4 and almost halfway to level 5. Take the base afterward and grab your next items, and start the rotation again. Your red and blue buff will not be up yet at this point, but that's okay. Return back to killing those camps. Let's talk about what you really want to do: getting those kills. The jungler's job is to turn the tides of fight in your favor. In the off lane and mid lane, turn that fight from a 1v1 to a 2v1. In duo lane, take it from a 2v2 to a 3v2. Take the time to show up behind the enemy and place pressure on that lane. There are 3 possibilities to come from this. Possibility number 1, the enemy dies. Great, you killed the lane enemy and you did your job. Possibility number 2, the enemy sees you coming and either runs out of the fight into safety or uses their blink. Again, you did your job. This relieves pressure in that lane for your ally and can set you up for a later kill on the hero with no blink. And lastly, possibility number 3, you die. Yes, you die. It happens, I promise you. You'll go for a gank, the enemy is stronger, or more enemies are waiting to gank as well. Don't be discouraged. Keep pushing, take a breath, and return back to your jungle as continue farming your camps. Don't stay in lane for too long though. Experience from lane minions is divided between heroes who are close in the minions when it dies. When you stay in lane for too long with other heroes, you are stealing XP from the lane hero and putting them behind. Do not be that player. So objectives. The jungle has 2 major objectives: Fangtooth and Prime. If you want to learn more about them, check out my beginner guide. However, for this video, I want to talk about an item that's specific to jungler role: Hunt.
It is here.
Other lanes have a health pot, but jungler has an item called Hunt. At the start of the game, this item instantly does 500 true damage to minions and monsters. Later, it levels up to 1,000 true damage. So why is this important to talk about with objectives? Simple. This item secures objective kills easily. Taking Fangtooth and Prime can be a team objective, and a lot of times turns into team fights. You as the jungler should be available to contest these objectives and try to use your hunt to secure them. If the enemy jungler is dead and awaiting cooldown, consider moving to take one of these objectives. The last portion I want to talk about is counter jungling. You as the jungler get your XP and gold from your jungle camps. So that means if you take the enemy jungle camps, you deprive them of their gold and XP. However, doing this is extremely dangerous. You are on the enemy side of the map and risk the enemies collapsing on you. Consider taking enemy camps when the jungler is dead or across the map from you. The flow of battle falls on you, from keeping pressure into the lanes to securing objectives. Jungler is a hard role to learn, but once you do, it can be the most rewarding. I hope this video helps you jump in and do better as your team's jungler. Knowledge is key to MOBAs, and the more you know, the better off you and your team will be. Take it slow, remember the fundamentals. Be patient, and stay aware of the map. Good luck, and see you on the battlefield.